We are learning about the story of Ethan Almighty, one sheltered dog who was abused, malnourished, but with rescue kindness and a leap of faith, his life has turned around for the better. This dog's got bourbon with his picture on it. I mean, yeah, he's doing all right, isn't he?
I feel like we should crack it open and taste just to make sure it tastes right.
Take a little.
Well, joining us right now is Jeff to tell us more about Ethan Almighty's miraculous story. Jeff, thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Tell us, because we already know that Ethan has a nonprofit organization. Tell us a little bit about his story.
So Ethan was dumped in the parking lot at the animal shelter about 3 years ago, January 29th. He was left to die there. He weighed 38 pounds. Took him 5 or 6 days just to start walking. He ended up in the hospital for quite a bit. At the time, I worked at the animal shelter, so when he came back from the hospital, I started coming in to take care of him. And you know, we bonded, and he came to my house, and we just sort of continued his social media, really just to kind of give back to all the people that wanted to love and support him during his recovery. And it sort of turned into him becoming sort of a face and a voice for abused animals and shelters, you know, all around the state and all around the country. So we do so many things that will help raise awareness for that. You know, he's got a bourbon. He was named the Chief Tasting Officer for Bush Dog Brew. He was named the American Humane National Hero Dog of the Year. And you know, one thing that is very cool, that's very important and dear to our hearts, is this year we got past HB 258 in the general session in Kentucky legislature that makes the intentional torture of a cat or a dog a first offense, Class D felony.
Excellent.
And it's called Ethan's Law.
Wonderful.
In the state of Kentucky. Yeah.
That is wonderful.
That is
you know,
amazing.
we're sitting here and we're talking about, you know, his history, the backstory. But look,
He's massive.
He's massive, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine him at 38 pounds. But he's so happy and so wonderful now, isn't he? I mean,
he's wonderful. He has such a good personality. To go through what he went through, he has every right to be mad at the world or be unfriendly with people. But he is the happiest little dog, and I say little dog, but he's the happiest little dog, and he's so friendly to folks. And you know, it really is an honor for me to be, you know, he's on a journey and he's on a mission, and it's an honor for me to be his voice, to be able to speak that and raise that awareness throughout the state.
So have you adopted him? Is he yours now?
He's been mine for about 3 years, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So if someone is interested in also assisting your cause, how can they do so?
They can reach out by going to ethanalmighty.com, and we've started a nonprofit in his name, Ethan Almighty's Blessings. We've partnered with another nonprofit in Louisville called Shirley's Way, and what we do is we help folks pay for vet bills that they've run across an emergency and they can't afford, or maybe they can't afford something that's happened, they can't afford food or spay and neuter or microchipping. Anything that's going to help animals in the community, we want to be a part of. Yeah.
So look at that. Make sure you check out ethanalmighty.com, right, Jeff?
Yes.
Perfect. If we're looking to purchase some of that great bourbon, how do we do so?
Well, interestingly, you know, we launched this bourbon, and in 48 hours it sold out. So we are doing another bourbon towards the fall. It'll be around October-ish, but you'll find all about it on ethanalmighty.com. But we'll do much more this time. But it's been such a wonderful organization. We teamed up with Russ Smith in Louisville, who started Mr. and Mrs. Bourbon Company, and we've produced this Ethan Almighty's bourbon.
And you say it's good, right?
It's really good.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right.
You haven't let Ethan have any of it, though, right?
No, he's more into the dog brew.
I got you. I got you. Because I just wanted to know what his opinion would be. That is fair. All right. So he's got a big following out there. We were talking on social media. How can we find him?
He is Ethan. You can go to ethanalmighty.com, but he is Ethan Almighty on Facebook. He is Ethan Almighty on Instagram, and I am Ethan Almighty on TikTok.
Oh, so there's TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not the best at TikTok, so if any of you guys want to help me out, I'm just not very good, but we do put some videos out there, yeah.
There's the TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I need to talk with.
I do okay. I mean, but you know, he's content by himself. You know,
he is.
Just out there playing. How does he when he's around other dogs? How does he do? Does he do well?
Yeah. So there's a couple of dog bars in Louisville, off-leash dog bars we'll take him to, and he loves playing around with the other dogs. You know, when we kind of meet dogs, I've got a bunch of dogs at home, and he wants to do this really loud bark, and it either scares the dog off or the people off.
Yes.
And then he looks at me like, "What happened? I thought we were going to play." And I'm like, "You got to be a little bit quieter."
He's a good boy.
We love that. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you.
bringing
Thanks for having
Ethan
us.
in.
Yeah.
And Ethan, thank you for being such a wonderful guest.
And thank you for
Got
taking
it.
such good care of him and making such a big difference.
Yeah,
That means a lot.
it's my pleasure. He's sort of given us a purpose, and we realized that through Ethan we can open eyes and ears and hearts to to abused animals and animals in our community. So we're going to do everything we can to help out.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jeff.
thank you.